Hi, hello, and welcome back everybody. Welcome back to the next video of Doctor Who. Today we're going to watch episode number 4 of season number 2, and I'm very excited, although I am still a little bit tired because I got up like 30 minutes ago, around that time, and well, I went straight into the bathroom and then straight to the computer, and here we are. I'm very excited for today's episode, although the last episode that we have watched somehow wasn't my kind of episode. And yeah, let's say it like that, because when I was looking on IMDb while thinking that this episode wasn't a strong one, yeah, let's say I was a little bit surprised. I'm still not over it. That was yesterday, and I'm still in shock. And I am so sorry again for everybody that I offended with my review, or possibly offended because you love this episode to bits. For a reason that I still can't wrap my head around, because I don't know, I was thinking about this like yesterday evening, and I was thinking about what happened in this episode that was so special. From the story, for example, and yes, there were time jumps in an episode for the very first time. That was something new, but that's about it. Yes, the story was tragic, but we've had so many tragic stories in Doctor Who yet, so that a tragic story by itself isn't really a reason for an episode to be super extra, if you know what I mean. And about the character development, there was like quite nothing in this episode. We learned that the Doctor is able to read minds of people, but that's about it. Everything stayed the same. And I don't know why. There is no reason in my head for this, but okay. If you like this episode, you like this episode. It's not that I don't like it, but it's just that I think it's kind of an okay episode, like many others before. Okay. And still, while I'm saying this, I don't know your comments yet. This episode will be out in 2 weeks, and I have no clue what you're thinking about. Maybe you have written something, a reason for that under the last video, but I don't know that yet. So that's why I'm still quite confused. But let's get straight into the next episode. I am really excited for this one, although I'm tired, and I really hope that we do get something like a new treat, a new character, a new development, something, if you know what I mean. And let's get straight into it.
The prototype has passed every test, sir. It's working.
I hardly think working is the correct word. That would apply only to machines.
I'm sorry. I should say, it's alive.
Also, this is a Frankenstein episode?
Been welded to the exoskeleton.
Skin of metal. And a body that will never age or die. I envy it. Do you know me? Answer. Do you know me?
You are John Lomax.
Okay.
My child, mark this day, Dr. Kendrick. We are blessed.
Well, it's not quite over yet, sir. We need Geneva's approval. Technically, this is a new form of life, and that contravenes the bioconvention. They need to ratify this.
Oh, laws. Who cares about laws?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's my duty. I shall have to inform them.
Oh God, you're dead.
Kill him.
I saw that one coming.
Inform all staff. We have a new destination. Set sail for Great Britain.
Okay. So, well, I just saw that coming. You cannot tell an evil person that there are laws that he has to obey. It's just not working like that. If you do that, you're dead. And we do have some kind of like robot Frankenstein monster who's able to kill people with high voltage? Is that what I'm getting from the very first minutes of this episode?
And then she opens her mouth and fire comes out.
I'm always gonna get frazzled.
Yeah, 1 minute she's standing there, the next minute...
Where was that then? What happened?
I was on this, planet thing, asteroid. It's a long story, you had to be there.
Oh, he's still the third wheel.
10 minutes? 20? 29? You just forgot me. No, I was calibrating. I know exactly what I'm doing.
About that.
What's happened?
The time vortex is gone. That's impossible, it's just gone.
What does it mean it's just gone? Okay.
Everyone all right? Rose, Mickey, I'm fine. I'm okay. Sorry, yeah.
Well, at least he's asking if Mickey's okay. That's something.
The last TARDIS in the universe. Extinct.
No, that can't be.
We're in some sort of no place. The silent realm. The lost dimension.
Otherwise known as London.
Okay.
February this year, not exactly far flung, is it?
So this is London?
Yep,
Your city?
that's the one.
Just as we left it?
Bang on.
And that includes the Zeppelins?
Zeppelins?
Am I right? Like a parallel Earth where they got Zeppelins? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I?
Must be.
And he's still alive.
Who's that?
Parallel world, and my dad's still alive.
That's a... Oh,
Oh.
He's my dad. And
I didn't even recognize him.
Your father's dead. He died when you were 6 months old. That is not your Pete. That is a Pete. For all we know, he's got his own Jackie, his own Rose, his own daughter who is someone else, but not you. You can't see him, not ever.
Yeah, I guess she's going to see him in this episode. I mean, who wouldn't do it, right? I would. Okay, somehow he's alive and rich and a star of some kind.
Hello?
So I guess for him it's a better world, the better universe.
Oh, the bad penny. Was this your idea? Don't deny it's got your fingerprints all over it.
And they're still together.
You all right? Trust you to cock it up.
What have I done now?
Have a look.
And she's still the same, so that hasn't changed. Except the clothes.
My official biography says I was born on the same day as Cuba Gooding Jr., and that makes me 39, thank you very much. Rose, come here.
Oh, what's Rose going to be like? Is she going to be a snob?
You're of Reykjavik, and your secretary stopped off at a garage? I don't think so. And if you're giving out presents, where's my Zeppelin? Everyone else has got one.
What are those things in their ears?
Look, you didn't even notice, did you? Special delivery. Got sent round today. Birthday present for Mr. Lumik. Latest model. Diamond studded.
They look exactly like the Frankenstein things that he has in his ears.
Say, where is she? Rose! Oh, she needs a good bath before tonight. She's going to be honking. Rose, come to Mummy. Come on. There you are, my darling.
She's a dog? She's a dog? She's a dog.
It's just that I promised I'd help the wife out tonight.
If the President of Great Britain can make this meeting, then so can you.
Wait,
He's not married to Jackie, is he?
5 o'clock, Mr. Tyler.
Is the dad involved in something bad?
Voice print access. John Lumick.
I mean, does he know that this guy's bad? Or is he just working for him and has no idea? But if he knows...
Activate. Download. Tyler Residence. Picture link. Mr. Crane.
Mr. Lumick?
Everyone has those devices but him. He's the only one without them. I mean, he's the one using them, so he would never wear one. Wouldn't make sense.
You had to tempt me.
Well, I don't know. I can't worry about everything. Just get this thing done.
Did that help?
Yes.
Did that hurt?
Yes.
Will that bring them closer together if they work together and get the TARDIS ready again? And in the meantime, Rose is doing something that she shouldn't do. 100%.
In other news, the Torchwood Institute has published a study claiming that
She's lucky because she has longer hair and they can't see that she doesn't wear those thingies. So they can't identify her.
It's a light. Is it? Is that a light?
Yeah,
I think that's a light. That's all we need. We've got power. Ricky, we've got power.
And he's happy again.
Come early, so come and get it. Oh, smell that, comrades. Burgers and chips, sausage and beans, pork, chicken, and hot.
Even on the trash bins there is this sign.
They're lying. Oh, it's easy for you to say. When did you last stop? All those people disappear.
They don't wear those thingies.
Experiments.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
So come and get it while it's hot. That's it.
So they do have real food and it's just the bait to get the people to make experiments.
We could go outside and lash it up to the national grid.
Wrong sort of energy. It's got to come from our universe.
But we don't have anything.
There's me.
He can charge it with his breath.
This gave away 10 years of my life. Worth every second.
Okay. Strange. But okay, if it works.
Let's go and tell her. There you are.
Okay.
All right. No applause. I fixed it.
No, she hasn't done anything stupid yet.
They got a house and cars and everything they want. They haven't got me. I've got to see him.
You can't.
I just want to see
I knew it.
him.
Stay where you are, both of you. Rose, come back here. Mickey, come back here right now.
How?
Back here, 24 hours.
How stupid are you both?
If I haven't found something better.
What do you want to find? Something better? This is just plain stupid.
He's very sharp, I'd say. Sharp as ever. Very clever man. Brilliant, in fact.
Then you don't think he's insane?
That's not the word I would have used, no.
I see.
So he is evil and Rose will have to fight him. That's interesting. Well, I hope this will be a lesson for her. And what are you up to, Mickey? What do you want to do?
Where you been living, mate? Up there with the tops.
I wish.
I wish. Well, he just doesn't know where he belongs. He has no place. He's looking for something. I mean, I understand, but it's still stupid to do it in that world. Are they rebooting?
What are they all doing?
Still.
Oh, come on, if you see that they are controlled by some power of some kind, you gotta have to go back to the TARDIS and be safe. It's just stupid to stay out there if you see that.
Like Bluetooth attachments, but everyone's connected together.
It's on my phone. It's automatic, look. It's downloading. Just what we'll get.
Yeah. There's an update.
Oh, look at that. Cybers Industries, owners of just about every company in Britain, including Vitex. Mr. Pete Tyler's very well connected.
Oh, come on. But don't you get that this is something... I mean, every single person in this universe is connected. Don't you see that there is something really dark going on and that you should stay away from it instead of running towards it?
Ricky?
It's Mickey.
I know my own grandson's name. It's Ricky. Now come here.
What? Why is she calling him Ricky?
It's gonna disappear, you.
That carpet on the stairs, I told you to get it fixed. You're gonna fall and break your neck. Should have done way back. I guess I'm just kind of useless.
Mrs. Chan told me, driving about all helter-skelter in that van.
He's a criminal in that reality?
Ricky, you were the one who told us. You don't contact your family because it puts them in danger.
Yeah, Ricky said that. Of course I did, just tested.
So, in this reality, his name is Ricky. Ah, okay.
Company called International Electromatics. But I did a protocol search. Turns out that's a dummy company established by guess who?
I don't know who.
So they are... Ah, they are fighting against the underdogs.
Just leaves you.
Okay.
Leaves me what?
The number one. Top of the list. London's most wanted.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah. Really, it's really cool. But where's the real Ricky, the one that belongs in this world?
Indefinitely within a cradle of copyrighted chemicals. And the latest advances in synapse research allows cyberkinetic impulses.
This is just sick.
Skeleton. This is the ultimate upgrade, our greatest step into cyberspace.
I think we all know what this ultimate upgrade entails. And I'm here to tell you, John, the answer is no.
I prepared a paper for the ethical committee.
Oh, come on. Not just unethical.
Come on, that's a joke, right?
I'm really very sorry, but I think we should end it there. Mr. Tyler, I'll see you tonight. I think we could all do with a drink. Mr. Loom.
So how do you get past him? You can't kill him.
It's not the only country in the world. There's always New Germany.
This is the homeland. My
What? I mean, yeah. If I think about our politicians over here, it would be possible. Just give them enough money and they'll do everything.
If you care to observe, sir. And turn to the right.
Is there still something human in them, or are they just machines at this point?
Whoa. Let's cover up that noise. Give us
Yeah.
track number 90.
It's just inconvenient. Let's cover it up. It's inconvenient seeing people getting tortured and killed. Just shut it off. This episode is way too real. At some level.
Mrs. Moore, we've got visitors.
You were just 3 people.
Go!
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, there he is.
What am I doing here? What am I doing there?
Oh, wow. Okay, I get it. He's the confident one, and the other Mickey can learn something from him and his confidence and how he's doing stuff, and yeah.
Didn't have this back home.
If you want to know what's going on, work in the kitchen.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Thank you. If I could just have your attention, please. Sure, Pete. Thank you very much.
You did some work. I thought you liked a yo.
But even the high society, the rich people are wearing those things, are prisoners in that system.
They've got each other. Mum's got no one.
She's got you. Those two haven't. All these different worlds, not one of them gets it right.
Rose! It's my little girl.
Oh no, she'll find out she's a dog. Oh god.
I love you.
Oh. Are those the experiment people?
He's flesh and blood. How did that happen?
Well, it could be that Cybermen Industries have perfected the science of human cloning. Or your father had a bike.
Well, Mickey, why don't you just say something?
You see, no earpods. While the rest of the world downloads from Cybermen Industries, we have got freedom.
Earpods. That's the word.
One is Lumik, and we are going to bring him down. From your kitchen. Have you got a problem with that? No, it's a good kitchen.
Yeah, just make him even more angry. That's the spirit.
The vans are back. They're moving out of Battersea. Looks like Gemini was right. Lumik's finally making a move.
And we are right behind him. Pack up, we're leaving.
So I've learned a new English word. Earpods. That's the word for those things. Not ear thingies. Yay. Uh-oh, Doctor. Be careful. This could get very dangerous in very little time. Come on, Rose. You should know better
first.
by now.
Pint of cider in the George. Still too late. I moved out last month. But we're going to keep it quiet, you know, it's bad for business.
And then you're telling a waitress?
Why am I telling you all this? We haven't met before, have we? I don't know, you just seem sort of...
What?
Familiar?
I don't know, just sort of... right. Stevie, how's things? How's it going at Torchwood?
Torchwood. Did you say Torchwood? Did I get that right? There's words in every episode. Oh, that's very impressive. Oh, the metal sound in my ears. Oh. Ooh.
You know... Oh, never mind him.
I was talking to him earlier. He's a nice man. You know, bit of a jet lad, I suppose, even if he has...
Yeah, but they're not happy, not even in this reality.
Oh, I was just...
Who the hell do you think you are? You're staff. You're nothing but staff. You're just the serving girl, for God's sake. And you are certainly not getting paid. Don't you dare talk to me.
Yeah, that's why the doctor said you shouldn't do what you are doing at the moment. She's gonna hurt you. Wait, they're coming to the house of the rich people? To do what?
This is the ultimate upgrade.
Oh, they are going to kill them. Well, maybe you should get out of there, Rose. Oh, they're strong.
What are they? Robots?
Worse than that.
They're people.
Ah, people.
They were. Till they had all their humanity taken away. That's a living brain jammed inside a cybernetic body.
They were homeless and wretched and useless until I saved them and elevated them and gave them life eternal.
Yeah. People always scream in pain if you save them.
What if I refuse?
No, they're going to kill you.
What happens if I refuse?
You will be deleted.
Well, he was just asking. He didn't say he would do that. Oh, that sound!
Wow, the side gates! Who are you? How do you know so much?
And he doesn't care about his wife either. Oh well. It's not doing anything.
Two Mickeys. It's Ricky, but there's more of them.
Oh no, are they surrounded?
We surrender! Hands up! There's no need to damage us.
That is not a good situation.
We surrender!
You are inferior. Man will be reborn as Cyberman, but you will perish under maximum deletion. Delete, 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 delete.
No! No! Not again! No! No! Oh my god! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I want to know how this will end, because this is not a good situation they're in right now. It seems like almost like there is no escape anymore. They are surrounded by dozens of robot people. How are they going to get out of there? Oh. Why did I just put my microphone away? My head's not working. Oh no, what time is it? I can't watch a second episode. Okay. Oh well, okay, so we gotta deal with what we do have by now. And the next episode, I can watch it in a week. Oh no. Okay. We just gotta focus on what we do have by now. But I can't concentrate if I have to think about how are they going to get out of there. And the doctor was quite panicking and he seemed pretty bad, in a pretty bad state. And if I think about a possibility how they could get out of there is nothing. Bullets are not working. There is no other person there that could help in some way. The only person that is there but not there with them is the mom, and she's in the cellar, and maybe she might do something. But what could she do? Maybe you could take away their battery. Oh wait. The doctor still has this little thing in his pocket. The one that was charging from the TARDIS. Maybe that could do something, because this is something to do with electricity, and they are electric, so maybe this somehow does something. I don't know what, but it might be their only hope. And yeah, I guess now that I think about it, this might be the solution to their problem. At least I hope so. I really hope we won't lose any of those three. Okay, but let's get into the episode. From the very start. The TARDIS had a bigger problem in this episode. We have already seen how many problems the TARDIS has had in the past, in almost each and every episode he did something that he wasn't supposed to do, or it. Is it a he or an it? I don't know. Or maybe even a she. We don't know. I'm gonna call it it. It did something that it wasn't supposed to do. But this time it got like totally destroyed. There was only this one little light still burning somehow, and still had kind of electricity. And oh, maybe this thing could take the electricity from the robots and charge itself so that it gets charged even faster and even better. And the robots will be empty after touching it. And I don't know. At this point I'm just making up stuff that I don't know anything about, like electricity, for example. Okay. And then we landed in this parallel universe, which I think is a really cool idea, because I love stories even in other like TV shows. I do love stories with parallel universes, and it's always interesting to see the characters that we are used to see and that we do know in a totally different role with a totally different character, and everything is changed, and that's always very interesting. I love those kind of stories. So that was a very good start to the episode, and I did like this one much more than the last one, and it was a good episode. I mean, it wasn't the greatest episode of all times, but it was really entertaining. And it was kind of too close to reality for me. That somehow did make me feel some kind of sick inside. Because the technology, I mean, I don't exactly know. I'm going straight to the IMDb rating to see when the episode was shot. Just a second. Because I want to know when this episode was, like, when it aired. Okay, we're not going to the IMDb rating yet, but it aired 2008, the second season, so it's not that long ago. But the point that I wanted to make is that even in 2008, there was this underlying theme of technology taking over mankind, and what would happen if a very rich person who has all the money to buy every politician in the world would like think about inventing something to enslave humanity with technology. I mean, that's a very common theme these days, but even in 2008 it was already like something that people were like worrying about, and it just got worse over time. And I really love that the show is picking up on this theme, and it's really frightening me, because this is more realistic than ever. People, not the ear pads, which is a new word that I learned today, not the ear pads itself, but you have already seen the comparison to our world with the cell phone that Rose had, because the cell phone is already existing in this reality and is already used by every human being. And it's just not, I mean, she wasn't influenced by the cell phone in the way that the people with the ear pads were. She could read the information, but she wasn't like forced to take it in. She could have also just not look at the phone like at all, or she could read it and then forget about it. But that was the first stage. People were getting information on their electronic devices, and with the fear of missing out, they were like looking at the phones again and again, and that's kind of the stuff that we are already doing. And the ear pads were just the second step from the cell phone to a device attached directly to our body that we cannot shut off anymore, and that we cannot like ignore, because the information is like put directly in our brain. And from the cell phone to the earpads, it's not really a big step anymore. And we are getting closer to this kind of technology with every day that passes. And we have also seen that there are so many influential rich people in the world having big companies, big tech companies, trying to invent stuff like this. And that is so frightening and sickening that this episode just feels way too real for me. But that's what makes it really good, really great. I love when shows do that. They take real themes from our world and mix it up into a theme in a TV show. I mean, the robot thing that was happening, that people, real life people, were killed and transformed into these robot things. That's something that I don't see in our future. But what I see is robots being invented to kind of replace humans. In the first place, maybe in the convenient way, when there is a job that humans wouldn't want to do because it's really stressing, or it's repeatedly doing the same things over and over again, and if there was a robot doing all that stuff, people wouldn't have to do the work that they really don't want to do. So the first way, or the first thing, could be a convenient way to get the robots into our life. But I can already see this being developed even further in a way that humans will be controlled with that technology. Not in the way that people are dying and are like changing into robots. That's not what I think of, but robots being there influencing life. So yeah, the topic of this episode was really, really great. 1+ or A+ or whatever. And then we had like each character in this episode had its own little story. That's what I did like too, because Rose had the story with her father who was still alive, and even though she had that little story with him in Father's Day, she really isn't over all the drama and the death and the family confusion, that the parents got divorced and stuff like that. She's not over any of that. And every time she does get the chance to meet her father or help the parents being together in some way, I guess this will be a topic that will come up every now and then in another parallel universe in different ways, I think. Who's to judge for what she is doing? Because it's her dad, it's her family, it's the closest people to her. She loves them so, so much. And it was such a painful time for her when her dad died, and when she saw her mom going through all of this pain, and who could judge her for wanting all of this being cancelled out of her brain in some way and being normal again. Like, she just wishes she had a normal life as a normal kid with a normal family, with parents who love each other and are not dead. And she's always going to try and change that if she gets a chance. So I don't judge her. But it was stupid. Especially when they were standing in the street, the doctor and her, and they saw the people being manipulated. They were standing still in the middle of the street and having a download of some kind, and they were seeing that all the people are controlled by something. And I mean, it's obvious that this wouldn't be something good, right? If everyone is just manipulated. So I would have just gone back to the TARDIS and waited. I didn't want to get involved in such stuff. I mean, the Doctor could have said, for example, okay, Rose, you know what? If the TARDIS works again, we're going to get to another world where your parents are happy with each other and you can go and meet them there. But let's just not do that this time. I promise we'll do this another time. I don't know. And then there is Mickey's story, who this topic was being talked about in previous episodes before, but it's still going on because it's still relevant for him. He kind of feels like the third wheel, and I mean, to be honest, he kind of is, because I mean, Rose and the Doctor are very, very close, and he is the third person coming into this mix. But I was talking about this in the previous episode, where I was saying that they already had companions, like Captain Jack, for example, or the other guy whose name I can't think about, and they weren't really a third wheel, especially Captain Jack wasn't, or at least they didn't feel like it. Because if I think about it, even when Captain Jack was there, Rose and the Doctor were really close, and he was kind of a third person in the mix. But he just wasn't feeling like it, wasn't behaving like it, and Mickey just does that. But on the other hand, we have seen in the beginning of the episode that the Doctor just forgot about him. I mean, what the... Why does he do that? It doesn't have to be that obvious that you don't really care about him. He forgot him for 30 minutes because he was talking to Rose. That's not fair. Like, at all. That seems more like the Christopher Doctor, something that he would have done. Yeah, but he's going through his own phase, and the problem with Mickey is that not only people are treating him like an outsider, but he's just feels like an outsider. He doesn't know where he belongs in this world. He was talking about himself, kind of like, I'm useless. When he was talking to his grandmother and he saw that the carpet wasn't repaired, and he was saying like, yeah, I wanted to do that but I never did, I'm useless, kind of. And he thinks about himself like a person who just hasn't a part in this world, or he just doesn't contribute anything to the world and to the people he's surrounded with. And he is kind of lost. And maybe this is also the reason why people are treating him like that, because he just has this aura, because he's thinking the same about himself. He's very insecure. And the Ricky that we have met in this parallel universe, and I guess this will play a bigger part in the second episode, maybe. He is the total opposite. He is the most wanted criminal in England because he is confident, he's fighting, he knows what he wants and he's fighting for it. And I mean, those are only 3 people, and they try to like fight the biggest and most evil company in the world, I guess. And it's just the total opposite. Ricky and Mickey are totally different. And maybe he could learn a little something. I mean, he doesn't have to be a criminal or the most wanted criminal, but just a little something from Ricky about confidence, about knowing what you stand for and trying to achieve your goals and stuff like that, and doing something with your life. I guess that would be really important. And if he starts to believing in himself and he starts behaving like that, the people surrounding him would also see him in a different kind of way after a little bit of time has passed, and they would start treating him differently then. So this could be a really big character moment or character episode for Mickey. At least I hope so. And at least I hope he doesn't die in this robot circle where they are now. And the Doctor had to pick a side. I mean, we already knew he would pick Rose's side, but it wasn't easy for him. I thought it would have been easier for him, but he was standing in the middle of those two for a long time, a longer time than I would have thought. But then again, even if you take away the feeling the Doctor has for both of these persons, just from the factual perspective, I would have followed Rose too, because Rose at least was trying to go somewhere because she was emotionally involved in a story of her family, and you could understand her reason more to try and get to another place than Mickey's story. He was just like, oh, we got 24 hours, see ya, bye. And he didn't really have a reason. But Rose did. So the Doctor was thinking about, or at least I think he was thinking about, which of those two could get in trouble more easily. Mickey, who's just thinking about, oh, I'm just gonna just go sightseeing or something. I just want to see what's out there, and I'm gonna come back in 24 hours. Or Rose, who said she wanted to go visit her dad and get involved in something that she shouldn't get involved. So even from that standpoint, it was the right decision from the Doctor to go after Rose. Not only the personal standpoint. There's a lot to talk about in this episode. That's great. I love it. I just love it. If there are so many topics that one episode of like 45 minutes could like bring forward that are worth talking about, that's just great. I love it. But I guess I have talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. And I'm very excited to get into the second part of this one. Oh my gosh, I have to wait a whole week. Oh, this is painful. This is really painful. Yeah, but there is no way around that, so I just have to accept it. I hope you had as much fun as I did with this episode, because that episode was fun. Okay, the IMDb rating, before I forget. We're going to get there. A school reunion. The Girl in the Fireplace with a 9.3 rating. We're just going to ignore this by now. Rise of the Cybermen, 7.8. See, again, 7.8 is such a low rating for such a great episode. I mean, it wasn't great in terms of 9 point something, but it was really good. And I would have rated it like 8.5, 8.6 easily. And it's just a 7.8. This IMDb rating is just not working for me. It's just, I don't know. Like I just said, I hope you had fun watching the episode together with me. And I hope I'll see you next week for the second part. Have a nice week and a nice weekend. And bye.